Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a very, very large reptile supply haul. And when I say it's massive, I literally mean it. I don't think I've ever done a haul this big. So I received some reptile related things for Christmas, and I also went and did a lot of shopping to kind of prepare for it on Boxing Day and the day after. So I'm really excited to show you everything that I got. I've kind of always wanted a reptile, and so I'm so excited that I finally am going to get one. So shout out to my parents for being cool and letting me get one. So yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it and show you everything that I either got or bought. So the first thing that I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to have to tilt the camera down for just because it is so large. It is the Thrive Reptile Desert Essentials Terrarium. Basically, it has a little feeding door here, and it is a screen lid and then glass. It comes with a lot of stuff like the aquarium itself, and then it comes with some bulbs, thermometer, some high decor, and a few other stuff. Now this terrarium is kind of like originally made to be horizontal, but I'm going to be using it for a Crested Gecko, so I'm actually going to be flipping it up vertically. So all the decor that I have in this haul is going to be kind of geared towards a Crested Gecko. It is 12 by 12 by 30, and it is 20 gallons. So that was the enclosure, which I guess is the biggest part. And the next thing that I'm going to show you, they also got me for Christmas, and it is this medium critter tote. Now, I did want a critter tote just because I think it's good to have for when you're cleaning the terrarium. You can put your reptile in here and you don't have to worry about, what it's doing or where it's kind of crawling around. And I also think that it's good to have one of these just in the off chance that you have to take your reptile to the vet. You have a carrier for it, and it just makes everything easier. So those two things, because I did not purchase them myself, I don't know how much they were, but I do know because of the brand Thrive that they did come from Petsmart. Now, the last thing that they got me was basically a gift card, and I did use the gift card, but it was just kind of came on this sheet like this, so it did have the little gecko on it, and so I thought that was pretty clever. So I was able to use this gift card to go ahead and buy some stuff for my gecko. So I'm going to be showing you those in no particular order, so basically whatever store it came from, I will just tell you, and I won't kind of separate from which day or anything like that. So basically whatever I grab first is what you're going to see first. So the first thing that I got, I actually just got this today, just a few minutes ago actually, and this is actually from Petland and is actually a Living World item. So it is actually for like rodents and other small animals, but it is just a wooden bridge that you can actually bend. And I'm thinking of using it kind of like a little bridge, kind of like turning it that way a little bit and kind of making either a hide out of it or some kind of thing that the gecko can kind of walk up. I just think it would look pretty natural, and since it was a good price, I decided to pick this up. Wood is something that's definitely safe to have in a reptile enclosure. That's why I picked this up, and it was just like $6, I think, just for this small little bridge. The next thing I'm going to show you is something that everyone should have for a Crested Gecko, or any reptile that thrives on humidity, and that is this pump sprayer, which I have to back up to get the whole thing in camera. This is Thrive, so it was from Petsmart, and this was around $12, so basically it's just a little spray thingy. And this can just be used for misting your enclosure whenever you need to, and it's just a pretty big size, which is kind of nice, so that you don't have to keep refilling it. And I figured it would be best to get one that was specifically for reptiles and not just any old water bottle, so that I can guarantee that it will be a fine mist. Now the next thing that I got was also from Petsmart, and I got this on Boxing Day as well as the sprayer. And that is this EXO Tara Jungle Vine in size small. So it is just a little black kind of like tube. So it's pretty scratchy a little bit, but it's bendable, as you can see, so you can take it and kind of twist it around your enclosure so that your reptile has some good places to climb. Now the next thing that I got is this lizard lounger, and this one I believe is size small. They had quite a few, and I believe this was the smallest size, even though it doesn't specifically say small on it. And this I got from Petsmart on Boxing Day as well. It is by Penn Plax, and it's just has 3 suction cups on the back, but it's kind of this straw material, and you can kind of make it like like that, or you could even put it kind of like up sideways, however you choose to do it. And so I thought that this would be nice and I could decorate it as I see fit. This was around $20 for the small size. Now the next thing that I got was purchased today at Petland, and this is the Fluker's English Ivy Reptivines. I really like the look of the ivy. I thought that it was really nice. It has 2 suction cups on the back, but yeah, it's just some ivy leaves. And this is just to give more vines for your reptile to climb. These are 6 feet in length, and it was around $11 for this bag. So the next thing that I got was also from Petland, and I purchased it today, and it was $20, but it is this large fern. It does have a tag that says like Aqualand, but then it also says reptile plants, so I'm not sure if it could be used for fish as well. I'm not entirely sure, but it just has some red at the bottom and some green at the top, and I thought that it would add some nice color to my enclosure. But one thing I really like is that I could put this on the bottom and it could really add some height. Now the next thing that I got was also purchased on Boxing Day, and it was $20, I believe, might have been even $25. And this is just a canopy combo dish by EXO Tara. And so it just has a little thing for food and maybe a little water dish, and just kind of looks like a little rock. It's got some suction cups on the back, which you actually can't see. So you can actually place this right under the feeding door or higher up, simply because crested geckos do like to eat higher. As you can see, that is one right there, just in the little picture. So that is what I got this for. And the next thing that I got, we're kind of slowly starting to get towards the end here, is something that I purchased today for $20 as well. And this is a Penn Plax Reptology Climber Vine. Now, one thing that I really liked about this is it was a good contrast to the EXO Tara, like jungle vine, the kind of like black one that I showed you earlier. And this one is more wooden-like. And I love how it had some like thicker like branches there. You can see it has the thicker ones, and then also has these smaller ones, and all of it is bendable. You can bend it as you wish. But I really liked how it did have that versatility, and it definitely had the natural look. Originally when I went, I was looking for just like those like retractable bamboo ones that you can kind of make little branches, but ended up finding this instead. I thought it was pretty good, so that's why I decided to pick this up. And this one, it says, is 5 feet long. Now the next thing that I got, and actually the remainder of the stuff that I'm showing you was actually purchased on Boxing Day, and this is some Thrive Spagna moss. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, I'm not entirely sure. And it is just this kind of like thicker moss. It is important to have some moss so you can help maintain humidity in your enclosure. So that's why I picked this up. It's just a 3-quart bag. So I'm not entirely sure how long this will last me, but I do like the look of it, and it's kind of important to have, so that's why I picked that up. It's good for putting in hides and kind of just around other places. It really helps hold humidity, and if you put them in hides, it helps with their shedding. Now the next thing that I'm going to show you is an EXO Tara jungle plant. Now this one is Ficus? I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm not entirely sure. And this one just has some long green leaves of varying shades. It's got the suction cup on the back. So these are just some jungle vines that will kind of hang down, and you can kind of, use them to decorate kind of the back or the sides of your enclosure. So that's why I got that. Now the next thing that I got was also some vines. These ones are plastic, and this is Amapollo. Once again, might be pronouncing that wrong. And this is size small. Once again, it just has a little suction cup there, which you might not be able to see. And this one is plastic, if I didn't mention that already, but it has just kind of like a gradient, so it kind of goes from a dark green to a yellow. And now we're on to our last 2 items. Now this one is not like specifically a reptile item, but it is actually some black wrapping paper that I got from Michael's for $1, I think, maybe $1.50 after tax. Some reptile items will have a little black screen that you can put on the back of the hide in the tank. It kind of like encloses it in more and makes the hide a little bit more secure, and the reptile feels more secure. But I actually got this to just put along the entire back, just to kind of black it out, maybe make it a little darker, make the greens of the leaves pop a little bit more. I might just put it on the back of the hides, but I'm leaning towards putting just it on the whole enclosure, and then if I have anything left, using it for my fish tank as well. Now the last thing that I got is this Thrive hide decor. And this is just a large, I guess it kind of looks like a tree trunk. So it's got a hole in there where it can kind of go in and hide. This little optional blackout thing that I was talking about. And then it's got the wood on top. And if you actually look at it, you can see that it's got some really nice, like realistic textures. It really does look like a chopped piece of wood. And on the inside, it also has that texture as well. And the bark is pretty realistic looking. So that is why I got this. This was around $20, I believe. So it was a little bit more on the pricey side, but I thought it would take up a lot of space on the back. And I really liked the look of it as well. And every reptile needs a hide. And there weren't very many like kind of reptile hides that I could find that were up high, at least where I've been looking. I've only looked at a couple stores. So that is what I purchased. So that is everything that I either received for Christmas or purchased. I'm really excited to branch out from just fish. Like I said, I've wanted a reptile for a really long time, so I'm really excited to finally get one. And I'm actually gonna set up this enclosure as soon as I'm done filming this video. But that is all for today. If you want to see more videos from me and see where this reptile journey is going to take me, or if you want to see fish keeping videos, I do those as well. If you want to see more like that, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. But that is all for today, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye guys.